Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we have some exciting news to share. First up, young musicians from Hong Kong are making waves in London and Paris by reviving the lost music of ancient China. The Hong Kong Gaudeamus Dunhuang Ensemble is celebrating cultural treasures through original compositions that explore deep themes of identity and authenticity. What a fantastic way to showcase Hong Kong's vibrant cultural scene on the international stage. In other news, Hong Kong's gas usage has remained below pre-pandemic levels for the sixth consecutive year. Factors like lifestyle changes and increased travel to mainland China have contributed to this trend. While industrial gas use has seen some growth, the overall consumption is expected to stay stable unless there are significant lifestyle shifts. It seems like the city is adapting to a new normal. Lastly, we delve into the financial worries of China's middle class. With housing prices falling and traditional safe investments becoming volatile, many are uncertain about where to invest their money. This anxiety reflects the broader economic instability, leaving many individuals hesitant to commit to new ventures. It's a tough time for investors. Please stay tuned for more detailed content. South China Morning Post: young musicians from Hong Kong are making waves in the West by reviving the lost music of ancient China through the Hong Kong Gaudeamus Dunhuang Ensemble. Their recent tour, which included performances in London and Paris, marked the first time audiences in Europe experienced this unique cultural revival. Founded by Leonie Ki Man Feng, the ensemble draws inspiration from the rich musical heritage depicted in ancient Dunhuang murals, dating back to the 4th century. Ki expressed her desire to share this music with the world, emphasizing the emotional connection it fosters. The concerts featured original compositions by local composers, reflecting the ensemble's mission to preserve and innovate within Chinese culture. The tour not only showcased the artistry of Hong Kong but also aimed to inspire young people to embrace their cultural identity, drawing parallels between ancient Dunhuang's multiculturalism and contemporary Hong Kong. South China Morning Post: in a worrying trend, Hong Kong's gas consumption has remained below pre-pandemic levels for 6 consecutive years, a situation attributed to structural changes in lifestyle and economic factors. The Hong Kong and China Gas Company, also known as Town Gas, reported a drop in gas sales as the city grapples with a sluggish economy and an increasing number of residents opting for travel to mainland China. Professor Li Shukam highlighted that the decline in tourists and the shift towards mainland consumption have significantly impacted gas usage. Additionally, the rise in electric appliances and changing household dynamics, such as smaller families and an increase in takeaway meals, further contribute to this downward trend. While commercial gas consumption has seen some recovery, particularly in tourism-related sectors, the overall outlook for gas usage remains subdued, with predictions indicating continued low demand amid warmer weather and evolving consumer habits. South China Morning Post: as China's middle class grapples with market volatility, many are uncertain about where to invest their money. Eric Lee, a mid-level manager, recently sold his apartment and now faces the dilemma of reinvesting in a market that has shifted dramatically. With traditional investments like real estate losing their appeal, many are looking towards US dollars, gold, and Hong Kong stocks, but these options have also become unpredictable. The once reliable returns from bank products have plummeted, leaving investors anxious about their financial future. The rising prices of gold and luxury watches reflect a broader sentiment of pessimism regarding wealth accumulation. As individuals like Penny Lin and Arthur Ko weigh their options, there's a growing consensus that caution is paramount in investment decisions this year, with many preferring to allocate their resources to more stable, emerging sectors in the stock market rather than traditional assets. South China Morning Post reports on a proposed reform to the Hong Kong Stock Exchange's board lot system aimed at enhancing market liquidity and attracting smaller investors. Currently, the board lots are not standardized and often too large, discouraging retail participation. Financial Secretary Paul Chan has urged the Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing (HKEX) and the Securities and Futures Commission to modernize the trading unit system. Some industry experts, like Katrine Koh of the Hong Kong Securities Association, emphasize the need for reform, citing examples such as BYD's high board lot size, which requires a significant initial investment. However, concerns about the costs of system upgrades for smaller brokers linger, and while reform is broadly supported, the technical and financial implications pose challenges for the brokerage industry. In another piece from the South China Morning Post, the discussion shifts to Hong Kong's civil service and its need for reform to enhance economic competitiveness. Unlike Singapore, which has a robust manufacturing sector, Hong Kong's economy is primarily service-based and heavily integrated with mainland China. The city faces significant challenges, including high living costs and a labor shortage, which hinder service quality. Despite recent economic rebounds and successful events like Super March, the structural issues remain pressing. The government's plan to cut civil service positions by 10,000 is seen as insufficient. Critics argue that the civil service is bloated, with overpaid entry-level positions and underpaid senior roles, necessitating a comprehensive review of salary structures and employment practices to adapt to technological advancements and economic realities. Lastly, the South China Morning Post highlights the debate over Hong Kong's free trade status amid escalating trade tensions between the US and China. Experts argue that maintaining this status is crucial for Hong Kong's identity as a global financial hub, advocating against retaliatory tariffs on US goods. While some lawmakers suggest following Beijing's lead in imposing tariffs, others warn that such actions could harm Hong Kong's unique position as a free trade port. Economists emphasize that retaliatory measures could lead to higher consumer prices and complicate geopolitical tensions. The consensus among business leaders is that Hong Kong should leverage its free trade status to navigate the complexities of US-China relations rather than engage in tit-for-tat tariffs that could jeopardize its economic stability and international standing. South China Morning Post reports on a Hong Kong actress, Li Tianzong, who has drawn criticism for her intense parenting style, which includes enrolling her 4-year-old daughter, Amber, in 2 kindergartens. Li, who shares her life on social media, has designed a packed schedule for Amber, involving daily commutes in a 7-seater car, where the child eats, naps, and even uses a portable toilet. While many parents relate to her approach, some label her a monster parent for pushing Amber into a routine that resembles an adult's. Despite the backlash, Li defends her choices, highlighting Amber's achievements in language competitions as evidence that her efforts are paying off. In another article from South China Morning Post, nutrition experts emphasize the importance of breakfast, countering the trend of skipping this crucial meal due to intermittent fasting. They agree that breakfast should be consumed within an hour of waking and should include a balance of protein, healthy fats, and fiber to kickstart metabolism and maintain energy levels throughout the day. One expert shares her Japanese breakfast ritual, while another discusses the negative health implications of skipping breakfast, particularly for women, who may experience hormonal imbalances. The experts advocate for a nutritious start to the day, as it can lead to improved concentration, mood, and overall health. The SCMP opinion section highlights the growing concern over social media addiction among Hong Kong's youth, with alarming statistics showing that over 60% of children spend more than 2 hours online daily. The report indicates a troubling increase in screen time, particularly among secondary school students, raising concerns about its impact on health and social skills. While the Department of Health recommends strict guidelines for screen time, the Hong Kong government has refrained from imposing legal restrictions, opting instead for public education on responsible online behavior. The article calls for collective action to address this issue, stressing the importance of moderation and self-restraint in an increasingly digital world. SCMP opinion, the retail sector in Hong Kong is facing significant challenges, with a troubling 13% decline in retail sales for the 12th consecutive month as of February, amounting to 29.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. This downturn is starkly contrasted by the city's overall economic growth of 2 to 3%, which, while enviable, masks the fragility of local industries. The decline in consumer spending has been exacerbated by changes in tourism and consumption patterns post-COVID, with many retailers struggling to attract customers despite government promotions during peak seasons. Analysts predict that this weak sentiment will linger, particularly as the average spending from mainland tourists continues to drop. The retail sector's hope rests on adapting strategies and innovative approaches to regain consumer confidence, as well as leveraging government efforts to boost the economy and tourism. South China Morning Post. In the entertainment world, Martin Scorsese recently made a cameo in Seth Rogen's new comedy series, The Studio, where he humorously portrays himself as a filmmaker in a chaotic scenario involving a movie about the Jonestown Massacre. Rogen expressed his admiration and nervousness about directing the legendary director, reflecting on the surreal experience of working with Scorsese. Beyond his cinematic achievements, Scorsese's personal life reveals a deep bond with his fifth wife, Helen Morris, whom he met while working on a book in 1995. Morris, a former book editor with a rich family history, has been a steadfast support for Scorsese, especially during her battle with Parkinson's disease. Their relationship blossomed from an initially rocky meeting to a loving partnership, showcasing the filmmaker's softer side. South China Morning Post. In the realm of Formula One, Carlos Sainz Jr. is navigating a new chapter with his team, Williams, after a dramatic exit from Ferrari. His recent race in Australia ended in disappointment, but he found comfort in the presence of his girlfriend, Rebecca Donaldson, a Scottish model and entrepreneur. Donaldson, who has made a name for herself in the fashion industry and launched her own activewear brand during the pandemic, has been a supportive figure in Sainz's life, especially during his transition to a new team. Rumors about their future together have surfaced, with Sainz's father hinting at the possibility of marriage. Despite keeping their relationship private, the couple enjoys quality time together and shares a strong bond, navigating the glamorous yet challenging world of F1 racing side by side. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports that Madison Levi has made history at the Singapore Sevens by becoming the first Australian to surpass 200 tries in Sevens rugby, achieving this remarkable milestone in just 26 tournaments. During the event, she scored 2 tries in a decisive 43-5 victory over Japan, propelling her team into the semi-finals. Levi's outstanding performance places her among the top international try scorers, only behind a few elite players from New Zealand and Ireland. Reflecting on her achievement, Levi credited her teammates for their support, stating that their hard work allows her to shine on the field. However, it was a different story for the Australian men's team, who failed to replicate their success from Hong Kong and did not make it to the semi-finals in Singapore. South China Morning Post shares the intriguing story of rising golf star Minwoo Lee, who recently celebrated his first PGA Tour title at the Houston Open. Lee's newfound friendship with pop icon Justin Bieber has captured attention, especially as Bieber reached out to congratulate him via FaceTime, despite his own struggles with mental health and public scrutiny. Born in Perth to South Korean parents, Lee has made a name for himself not only through his impressive golfing skills but also with his relatable social media presence, earning him the title of the first golf cult hero of the TikTok era. His humorous catchphrase "let him cook" reflects his fun personality, and he often shares moments from his life, including his relationship with fashion designer Gracie Drennan. In another piece by South China Morning Post, the ageless Michelle Monaghan, at 48, shares her secrets to looking youthful and vibrant. With a balanced diet that includes green juices and a commitment to daily SPF application, Monaghan emphasizes the importance of skin health, especially after her battle with melanoma. Her fitness routine includes a mix of spinning, Pilates, and outdoor activities, which she balances with her family life. Monahan also prioritizes mental well-being through daily meditation and finds joy in baking, which she considers a form of meditation. As a mother, she aims to set a positive example for her children by leading an active lifestyle without obsessing over appearances, demonstrating that self-care and family time can coexist beautifully. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Got a question in your mind, we'll find the answer, we'll be kind. Encyclopedia on everything, laugh and learn with the zing, zing, zing. From ants to outer space, we've got the facts in one great place. For kids and grown-ups too, we've got the A to Z for you. Got a question in your mind, we'll find the answer, we'll be kind. Encyclopedia on everything, laugh and learn with the zing, zing, zing. From ants to outer space, we've got the facts in one great place. For kids and grown-ups too.